Right, the Armo Mark II is Trakker's flagship bivvy, tried and tested, been around for years. If you want something that stands up to severe conditions, this is the one to look at. Very versatile, so you can roll the flat back, extra vision, you've got the peak, whatever the weather, rain or shine, this is the bivvy. Highly recommended. It's easy enough to set up, two-man being the same principle. Open out the ground sheet fully, that gives you your template. Open up the bivvy right the way around the edge, which gives you your half moon shape, and then you've got a series of 3 poles that go through it. So all you need to do is pop the end straight in. You have 3 poles for each section, as I said, and 4 joins. Before you put the thing up, you need to make sure the front pole's in as well at this point. That just threads through the sleeves and locates onto the metal pins there at each end. Once they're in that area, all you need to do to give you a desired width is clip under the ground sheet, first on one side, and then pull onto tension onto the other side. That gives you your correct width for the bivvy. Peg at the back, pull the ground sheet out. You've got eyelets on the underside of the ground sheet on elastic. So put your peg through the bivvy eyelet, through the ground sheet eyelet, peg the 2 rear one. Walk round to the front of the bivvy, pull it up pram hood style, with the door down, which will give you, it will pegged out correctly then. Peg the 2 fronts at tension. Depending on the unevenness of the ground, you have different a number of eyelets on the front, so if it's high or low, you can get it so it is nice and tight. Once you've pegged the front, go back to the rear and peg from either side, left, right, all the way around the bivvy. Again, through the ground sheet, through the bivvy eyelets. Tension out the elastics that are on there. That helps if in strong winds they take the force of the wind as opposed to the eyelet, so you're not putting extra stress on the points. Last thing to do, you've got a little tension pole, clip onto the front. That just keeps the peak out nice and tight. Water can run off nice and easy, makes it all nice and tight. Roll the door up and you're done. Right, the optional extras for this bivvy, you can get a frame support system, which is a series of 3 poles. This tensions the bivvy up rock solid, so in extreme windy conditions, although it's very sturdy anyway, it's guaranteed to go nowhere. There's a overwrap that comes with this model. Just throw it over the top, it's very easy. Peg at the back first, leaving a gap sort of 3 inches out from the original peg. 2 pegs at the back, come around the front, make sure it's all square. You can see where the seam goes over, that it's running over the poles, so you know it's all nice and square. Peg at the front, and again, peg round from the back, just tensioning it out under the bungee straps, which again helps in buffeting winds. You've also got mozzie panels on the front of the bivvy and on the front of the wrap, so in the summer when it's nice and hot, you want a bit of ventilation, open them up, nice airflow into the bivvy. And you can also, if you want, with the frame support on, roll the flaps up on the side of the bivvy, give you extra vision, good view out into the lake, but still plenty of coverage from all the elements. Right, with the overwrap you also get 2 little storm pole attachments. You don't have to use these, but if you want to make the bivvy even more rigid on the front, because if you've got it pegged tight, you're putting tension on there, all you need to do is clip them on. If you get yourself 2 quick sticks that Trakker do, 48-inch ones, there's a sleeve that the pole slides into, screw it up onto the storm pole attachment, tension it, it's nice and braced, no problem. Also, if you want to travel light, not use a ground sheet, you can get a tension strap. So instead of clipping the bivvy onto the ground sheet to give you the exact width, you've got a tension strap, hook on both ends, use it without a ground sheet.